that was just an example of a dumbass rat. That was an example of a filthy roach, okay? Literally crawling. Do you guys remember that era in like 2010, 2015 when people would like expose fast food restaurants for like deep frying rats? That's what these people are. It's a deep fried rat. This is what you need to get through your head. You can't hold other people to this crazy standard if you're also not holding yourself to certain standards. Do you see what I'm saying here? Because you will recognize them as literally nothing more than just a deep fried rat. The person who runs a successful multi-million dollar, maybe even billion-dollar company, okay, it's not gonna shit on you for trying to start your own. The YouTuber with 10 million subscribers is not gonna shit on you for trying to start your own channel. You know the person who is gonna shit on you? The literal deep fried rat who sits on their deep fried rear end all day. Like, I'm looking at your life, flick, flick, deep fried rat, deep fried rat, deep fried rat. Maybe they're just a dense ass pound cake. Maybe they don't understand what you're doing. Too bad, so sad for them. I'm sure there's plenty of people who think it's so cringy that like you post on the internet when you don't have some huge following. I don't care. It's cringy until it's not. 1. 2, I don't care. It actually brings me a lot of joy if there's anybody, like if there's a deep fried rat somewhere even watching this, a deep fried rat. Hey guys, we're back. And first of all, I want to address my nails. They are, listen, I swear by my own press-ons. I do my own press-ons. I love it. They last forever. I'm actually going to be uploading a TikTok and then I'll probably upload it to like shorts and my reels of how I apply them and what I use to make them last. But this is supposed to be OPI's Cajun shrimp. It's certainly not. They're supposed to be bright red. I don't know who called this Cajun shrimp, but they lied. Anyway, okay, we're gonna get into it. Here's the thing. First of all, I hope the AC is not blasting too loud. Second of all, I always feel so funny parked in the same spot. And like, someone is probably looking out their window every couple days and the same little bitch in her little white car is just sat here. But you know what? That's actually a perfect intro into what we're going to be talking about today, because who cares what people think? Okay, that was absurd. Listen, we're going to talk about why you shouldn't care what other people think. And I know that everybody says it, oh, who cares what other people think? But it is natural and it is innate in humans, in us as a species, to care what other people think. Okay, we're social creatures, and the majority of us, I'm hoping, are not sociopaths, so we care. And especially if you're a kind person, right? It's like you obviously care about what your loved ones think, or like the people in your life that are close to you. You care what those people think, and sometimes that translates into like people that you don't know, because some people, like, they look at people they don't know as like, wow, I hate your guts, like you're just a rat, like I like really hate people type vibe person. And so it's like, why would I care about like what somebody that I hate thinks, right? But that's not the majority of us. The majority of us is like neutral about the majority of people, or they actually really like people, you know, as a whole. So it's hard to be like, oh, just stop caring what other people think. Okay, I hear people talk about this all the time and they never say what needs to be said, so I'm going to tell you about it today. So here's the thing. We're going to break it down, and it's actually very simple. Like most things, it's very simple. It's not necessarily easy, but it's simple, okay? It's not very complicated. The thing about me, okay, is I definitely used to care a lot more what other people thought. Like when I was posting a ton on my old account on TikTok, and I think I would post a lot more controversial things. Like there would be a lot more roaches in my comments. Also, that's a bigger account, so obviously you're gonna get roaches inevitably. With like the more support you have, the more roaches you have. But that's something we're gonna get into as well. The love usually always outweighs the hate, okay? There you have it. Okay, but first, we're not there yet. I used to care a lot more what the roaches thought. And I would try to over-explain myself, because here's the thing, I didn't really understand that me over-explaining was really just a reflection of like, I didn't think that I was, how do I put this? I didn't think of myself, I was not very confident in myself, because if you are truly confident, let me give you a good analogy here, okay? My hair right now, okay, it's not pink. Somebody comes up to me, they say, I really love your pink hair. Are you a moron? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? It's like, you're confused. You're It's like you're not even offended. You're just like, are you dumb? Because you know for a fact that your hair is not pink. You see what I'm saying here? So when people are rats to you, are rats and roaches to you, you say something and they don't understand it, okay, or they're just being really evil to you, or they think you're really cringy, okay, they think, why are you posting as if you're an influencer, or I don't know, why are you wearing that, why are you wearing heels casually, I don't know, whatever the hell people make fun of you for, okay, it's like, I know who I am, so therefore I don't care what you say to me. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to get at here. If you are sure of yourself, okay, and you know your vibe, you know what you're doing, why would you care what a literal rodent thinks about you? It's like, I'm sure you guys have seen the HRH clip. It's like, why would I care what a dumbass rat thinks about me? Everywhere on TikTok, okay? Exactly. It's like, why would you care what a literal, like, worm thinks about you, right? Because you know that you look good, you know that you're funny, you know that you're smart, you know that you're whatever you know you are, so, like, they're just wrong. It's the same thing as somebody coming up to you and saying, oh my god, I love your pink hair. I love your pink hair, and your hair isn't pink. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so you're just not there. That is what it is. That is what it is. When somebody shits on you, when somebody is a little rat to you, it's like, and here's the other thing too. I hate comments. I don't understand it because it's like, I've never felt that strongly about somebody that I didn't know and didn't really care about. So that's the other thing is like, your haters really care about you. They probably care about you more than the people who really love you. It's like, for you to have to leave a hate comment or be a hater in real life or like whatever, for you to be a rodent, you have to care immensely, okay? You have to care immensely. Anyway, so that's what it is. It's, why would you care? Okay, here's the other thing too. The only people who are going to judge you for trying to do anything are the people who don't do shit. It's true. It's like, I said this on my TikTok recently, and I triggered some guy who claimed to make $14 million a year. He was like, I forget the exact amount in an hour that he was claiming that he made. I think it was like $1,600 an hour, and I literally added it. And I know he's full of shit. You're not making $14 million a year, you rat. And if you were, it's like, you are a literal, what? Multi-millionaire in that, to that extent. You are making $14 million a year, and you are shitting on some 18-year-old girl posting on the internet that you don't know, that like said nothing about you, said nothing about your kind. Like, again, it's a faceless, no profile picture rat in their mom's basement. It's true that those are the people who are hating on you. I'm telling you, it is nobody worthwhile. I am being so dead serious. Nobody worthwhile is going to have shit to say about what you do. Nobody worthwhile is going to be a flat out hater. Criticism, like constructive criticism, is one thing. Okay, like somebody who, you know, maybe is like a role model or some shit, like giving you constructive criticism and feedback. That's not who I'm talking about. So don't get it twisted. Dense ass pound cake people, that's another thing I could talk about. Okay, don't get it twisted. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the rat hater, like roach, literal like bug. I don't know. What's the most disgusting bug you could think of? Okay, I really hope I'm not like crooked this tripod in landscape. I had to move. My phone overheated because it was 105 degrees today. So now we're perched. This is like my favorite little spot in the house. It's my reading nook. You can just sit here and read. It's lovely. Okay, so I left off on that comment. That was just an example of a dumbass rat. That was an example of a filthy roach, okay? Literally crawling, like, do you guys remember that era in like 2010, 2015, when people would like expose fast food restaurants for like deep frying rats? That's what these people are. It's a deep fried rat. This is what you need to get through your head, okay? And my listing, I'm telling you, I can't shut up about these lists, okay? But it's like, if you, okay, I said this in my last video. Everybody says you need to love yourself because that's the root of this. You need to know who you are. You can't love yourself if you don't know who you are. So you have to get to know yourself. Now, this is like, okay, Cassandra, what are you telling me to do? Get to know myself. How am I supposed to do that? Okay, spend time with yourself. Get your ass, and I know this is hypocritical. as hell because my face is in my phone right now. But like, once you're done watching this, obviously, get your face out of your phone for just a little bit of time, okay? A little bit of time, get a notebook, journal, whatever, or put your face back in your phone, okay? And literally just like think about if you were in an interview, if you were being interviewed, okay? If you were on a date, if you were meeting somebody new, like they would likely ask you, I don't know, tell me about yourself, or like just questions about you to get to know you, right? Just do the same shit, but with yourself. And it might take some time because you might literally have no idea. Like you might be staring blankly for a while, but that's how you get to know yourself, okay? Because it sounds strange because it's like, well, obviously I know myself because I've been in this body, you know, for however many years you've been alive. But it's like sometimes you, especially if you're a people pleaser, sometimes you have no idea who you are, or you don't really have like a sense of self or identity, and you have to do a lot of like discovering and a lot of trying different things, and spending a lot of time by yourself to actually figure out who you are, okay? So that's how you realize it, okay? And I think also maturing, I'm not that old, I'm only 18, okay? But with time, with your brain developing, I think it's the coolest thing that when you are young, you get to, because you experience life as long as you're on this earth, right? But it's like your brain going from an infant, right, to 25 years old, it's like the most interesting process because there's a point where you can start feeling your brain developing, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's like I can feel, just like you can feel yourself maturing, and it's a really special thing we humans get to experience, whatever. Sorry, one sec, I have to let my cat out. I just closed that door so that we could talk in peace, but now he's not even gonna exit. Okay, whatever. So anyway, that's the thing, is you have to know yourself, and then once you start to get to know yourself, it's literally like the process of falling in love. I've never even been in love, but it's like you watch a movie, you read a book, okay? The process of falling in love with somebody, you can't fall in love with somebody, well, and that's kind of not totally true because people can be very manipulative and evil, and you could actually fall in love with somebody, but they're not at all who, okay, but let's not talk about literal sociopath crazy people, let's talk about just normal people. And even with like a sociopath, it's the version they're showing you, whatever. You fall in love with somebody through the time period, you're getting to know them. You can't love yourself if you don't know yourself, okay? Anyway, so, and that's truly where confidence comes from, getting to know yourself and also building trust with yourself. Like, if you say you're gonna do something, you do it. Now he's scratching something. Alyssa Yago, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. I love her. She is one of the only other people I've heard say this, okay? Confidence is not just about looking in the mirror being like, you are so beautiful, da da da. Whatever, that can be part of it, okay? Appreciating the way you look, but it's so much more than that. It's really about character, and it's like confidence on the surface level could be looking in the mirror, I'm so beautiful, oh my God. But really, it's nothing if you don't love who you are deep down. And if you don't love it, you're like, it's, how are you supposed to love somebody that you don't know, that also you can't trust? It's like if I say something like, oh, I'm gonna work, everybody uses this example, but it's like, I'm gonna work out every day, or I'm gonna go on a walk every day, or I'm gonna whatever, do 10 minutes of, or I'm gonna read every day, like whatever your goal may be, okay? I'm gonna do a little bit of this thing every single day, and then you don't do it. Like, I'd be pretty pissed at myself too, you know what I mean? So, and that's a huge thing for me, is if I'm feeling shat about myself, it's usually because I'm not living up to my own expectations, standards, goals. It's like everything you hold, and that's the other thing too with having high standards. It's like you can't hold other people to this crazy standard if you're also not holding yourself to certain standards. Do you see what I'm saying here? So we have to be realistic. We can't be roaches asking for kings and queens. We have to improve ourselves, and then we seek the kings and queens, okay? Once again, I'm kind of going off in the weeds. But anyway, that's the core here. Okay, that's the process of building the confidence, okay? And then you will realize your worth. Slowly but surely, you will realize your worth. And I hope this lighting is not the worst in the world. Okay. And And then you will start to not care what other people say about you. You will start to not care what the little rats think of you, because you will recognize them as literally nothing more than just a deep fried rat. And the truth of the matter is, nobody, I'm sorry, what is this square? Like, it pissed me off, that little square that doesn't go away. Nobody more attractive than you is going to shit on you. Nobody more successful than you is going to shit on you. Nobody who is doing better is going to shit on you. It's only insecure people. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, the person who runs a successful multi-million dollar, maybe even billion-dollar company, okay, it's not going to shit on you for trying to start your own. The YouTuber with 10 million subscribers is not going to shit on you for trying to start your own channel. You know the person who is going to shit on you? The literal deep fried rat who sits on their deep fried rear end all day. Like, that's true. And maybe you're around some of those people. Maybe you have like secret enemies in your friends. And I'm literally like infusing this video with the energy of like deep fried rat friends like flying out of your life. Okay, like literally just like I have this vision of any of, like, if you have any of these people in your life, I just have this vision of like them like being like flicked out of your life. Like, I'm looking at your life, flick, deep fried rat, like truly, okay? That's the way it is. And so yeah, anyway, that's that. Because it's like when you realize, wait, hold on, I know who I am. I like what I do. I like what I look like. I like, you know, I have good characteristics. I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about. Why should I care if somebody doesn't understand me? That's another thing too, is it's like, maybe they're not even being evil to you. Maybe they're not a deep fried rat. Maybe they're just a dense ass pound cake. Maybe they don't understand what you're doing. Too bad, so sad for them. It's like, I used to over explain. I'm done. If you don't get it, that's fine. You have your own life. I don't waste my breath anymore. I don't want this to be taken out of context and be like, that's so narcissistic. Like, because I'm not saying be in love with yourself, tell everybody they're not worthy of your time or breath. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't waste my breath anymore on dumbass rats who are not going to get it anyway. On deep fried rats, I don't waste my breath on deep fried rats who are not going to get it, who don't get it. You don't have to get it. It's not your life. It's not your vibe. This is my vibe. This is my life. And I'm going to do it the way I do it. And I really enjoy myself. It's like, I'm sure there's plenty of people who think it's so cringy that like you post on the internet when you don't have some huge following. I don't care. It's cringy until it's not. 1. 2, I don't care. It actually brings me a lot of joy if there's anybody, like if there's a deep fried rat somewhere even watching this, a deep fried rat, it brings me a lot of joy that they're there. It's like, I don't know, if you have anybody shitting on what you're doing, which is like everybody has somebody typically, you're doing something right. And the more deep fried rats you have in your life, the more successful you are, really. So I think success, and I forget who said this, but I heard something similar. Success really can be measured by the amount of, like, they probably said haters or something more generic. I'm gonna say deep fried rats in your life. The more people that are mad at you, and then this is gonna bring me, I remember at the beginning of the video, I said, no matter how many little deep fried rats you have, no matter how many haters you have, you probably have more love. Okay, you have more people who, I don't want to say like fans, I don't know who you are, like whatever. But you probably have more love than hate. That's true, okay? Sometimes we just focus more on the hate because it's like, it hurts our wee ego and we don't like it. But anyway, okay? For like every rat that you have, there's probably 3 to 5 good people who really enjoy you. And a lot of the time, the people who really, really enjoy you are gonna be silent. The deep fried rats are the loud ones. And so sometimes love is very, very silent, and the deep fried rat hatred is very, very loud. So you think all these people hate you, but really there's so many people who love you and who are impacted by what you say, what you do, who you are, and you benefit them in such a positive way. You affect them in such a positive way. And that's worth it to me. That even if you could have 20 deep fried rats who bloody hate you, who think you're a loon, whatever, who don't get it. And if there's one person who's like, wow, I am really positively affected by you, by what you say, by what you do, by what you create, by who you are, whatever it is, that's worth it to me. 100%. Okay? So even if for me, it's like, there's a video that I posted that's like got 9 views, I think. Okay, 9 views. And there's one comment, okay, as far as I know, one comment, it's like, please never stop these. I love this, or something like that. Such a simple comment, but okay, I wasn't planning on it, but now I'm gonna continue. And now I'm gonna think about that. Another one that I got on my TikTok, there have been a couple comments that are literally from years ago, burned into my brain, okay? But some girl was like, you're such a light, or something. That was like incorporated into a comment. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's like so now, because there was a point where I would remember the deep fried rats a lot more. I would remember all of the deep fried rat comments. And if I got a deep fried rat comment, I just would be like, oh, I'm gonna think about this and it's gonna really freak me out and I'm not gonna post any videos for the rest of the day or some shit. No, it's like now if I have a deep fried rat, it's like, oh, I saw the comment, I'm done. Like, whatever, I'm not even gonna respond to your deep fried rat ass, because why would I? Why should I? You know what I mean? And then for every nice, uplifting, kind comment that I get, I literally burn it into my brain. It leaves an impression. I no longer let the deep fried rats like put any impression on me. Do you see what I'm saying here? And I've only probably dealt with like one like 48th of the deep fried rats that I'm going to in my life, because I'm very young. They're probably going to continue coming, right? But I've been able to do this with my mind at a young age. I think that's going to be very beneficial. Yeah. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm like, I'm not going to yap for too much, and then lo and behold, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this rantage, and I hope you just get to flick all of the deep fried rats out of your life. And I love you so much. So I will see you next time.